Lunchtime with Carly. I've always wanted to try these. And they had them at the hotel this morning. Like, when else am I going to be able to eat crab like this? It's the best. Aaron's way down there, like, hurry up. Priorities. Oh man, I do not want to edit this episode. Yeah. It's a new day. Let's try this again. Hello again, trail friends. It's time for another episode of the GDMBR adventure, and I've been dreading coming to this one for a while now. It is May 10th, 2025, in real time here as I'm sitting down to put this episode together. And it is day 35 on trail for us out there on the GDMBR adventure. Specifically, it is July 16th, 2024. Flowers. All right, good morning from day 35. Day 35 proved to be the day that things got really real out there on trail for us as a couple. Something that I had been expecting and anticipating from this experience. Learning more about yourself and your partner, well, there's no better way to accomplish that than by partnering up and tackling something like a shared goal together. Some people choose getting a puppy and raising it together, for example, and well, we chose that and decided to bike 2,700 miles across the country. People often ask if we learned anything new about one another out there. Generally, my answer is no, not really. Though I did learn this man takes his afternoon siestas seriously. But to be honest, there weren't any new revelations out there, at least not for me. The things we struggle with in real life, we struggled with on trail. Maybe they just got amplified out there. Anyway, day 35 is when the gravity of those struggles really came to light, whereas normally they just float under the surface. No relationship is perfect, and all relationships take work. Ours is no different. We just put it under a pressure cooker and waited to see what would come out of it. I've really been processing how best to edit and share this one for a while now, and I think I've just come to the conclusion that it's best to just let the story unfold for itself. All told though, day 35 was a day I haven't forgotten ever since. And I've been keeping those memories and echoes of what was said and what wasn't said in my heart and head, like I always do, while pedaling onward into day 36, 37, and so on. There is a reason why my tagline and motto is "Life is a journey, so ride on." It's something I've been doing all my life, trusting the journey and all the ups and downs that come along with it, embracing both the good and the bad, processing them but not dwelling in them, and then most importantly, riding on. And so on July 16th, 2024, I followed my own advice and did just that, rode on. But now it's time to sit down and open up the time capsule that is the action camera, cue up that difficult day on the SD card, and hit play and relive it and learn and hopefully grow from it, publicly no less. And so, with the deepest of vulnerability, with humility and grace, I bring to you days 35. I hope you brought your strong navigation skills along with you for this one, because I'm sure gonna need it out there. And I hope you brought your strong trail legs for this one because we're going up and over Ute Pass in this one. Oh, and if you're new here and just tuning in, welcome. We are on day 35 of a 56-day adventure though. Dropping in mid-adventure is pretty adventurous of you, and I applaud that. But seriously though, you gotta go back to day 1, episode 1, and catch up. And we'll see you in a bit. Because you've missed a lot. But to recap briefly, in the summer of 2024, we bike-packed, or more accurately, dog-packed southbound along the Great Divide mountain bike route, going border to border, from the border of Canada to the border of Mexico, all along the spine of the Continental Divide. So it's been 34 days on trail for us so far, and in the previous episode, we pedaled further into the beautiful state of Colorado. Yellow out there. And this Colorado-born Oregoniangal finally found out the true meaning of the state motto, Colorful Colorado, for the first time in her life.
Colorado, stop it! Beautiful.
We tackled the challenging watershed divide.
Tippy top. Hike a bike section of the water divide thing. They're doing good.
I got extra soggy on the morning of day 33. We pedaled through Steamboat Springs and felt the vibes. And lastly, we ended up in Kremling, Colorado, where I ate the most food I think I've ever eaten in one sitting in my entire life. Okay, it's time to check in with Team Rowdy and see how we're getting on. Let's saddle up, pedal along, and adventure with Affinity Forest to see what happens in this episode from Kremling, Colorado to Frisco, Colorado. Hold on tight. It's gonna be a wild ride. All right, good morning from day 35. And from Rowdy's daily potty routine. Find a good spot, buddy. That's it. That's it. Find a good spot. Okay, we both slept amazing last night. Erin did some laundry down the street at the laundromat. So we are in fresh chamois and fresh t-shirts, which is great because I have sweated, like an ungodly amount into my sweat in my shirt, like for the last 2 days. Colorado is like hot on a different level, kind of humid hot. Anyway, and then what else did we do last night? We walked over to the convenience store and scoped out what they had for today. So we will do a small restock this morning because today is another town day. We're supposed to get to Silverthorne. It's about 50 miles and a lot of climbing is what Aaron says, which is what he said yesterday. And we only did 40 miles yesterday. But that was enough. So, yeah. But we also picked up yesterday at the convenience store just some, even though we ate 2 entrees each at the Mexican food restaurant, we then had the munchies. So I had some Twizzlers to honor my Blockbuster days. I don't know, I was craving Twizzlers, the strawberry kind. Oh man, plastic food just went down good. And I had the Muscle Milk protein drink. I've never had one of those before. Excuse me, I gotta pick up Rowdy's business. Good job, buddy. And then we watched the Karate Kid, wax on, wax off. And Mr. Miyagi said life is all about balance in life. And then we passed out. So on that note, we are going to go down the road to Silverthorne. Here we go. 9:30 a.m. leaving Kremlin.
morning, gentlemen. I'm always a little cautious when it comes to the cows. I've heard more people get mauled by cows than bears. They're pretty docile, but anyway, cattle crossing. Woo! Reservoir. Lunchtime with Carly. I've always wanted to try these, and they had them at the hotel this morning. So I'm going to eat these while I pedal, and like, when else am I going to be able to eat crap like this? It's the best. These are everything you think they will be. Aaron's way down there, like, hurry up. Priorities. Yesterday, coming into town, coming down that watershed divide into Kremling, we experienced our first aggressive driver that passed me first and just got real close and laid on his horn for a good long time, not in a friendly way. And then I proceeded to watch him do the same thing to Aaron up ahead, who was pulled over on the side of the road. So it would seem that we are entering the aggressive driver scene in Colorado that we were warned about back in Wyoming for many riders who have done this before. We were told it would be 20 miles outside of Hartzell on both ends. That, yeah, it seems like some of those drivers have meandered further. So we will be extra cautious with drivers. I don't understand it, but what is important to remember, and what the lesson of the trail is teaching me today, is that there are more good people behaving and making good choices than there are people making bad choices. There are no bad people. There are just people making bad choices. I used to say to the kids in the schools when they'd come in thinking they were in trouble, no, you're not a bad student. You just made a bad choice. And last night after that experience, we got to experience a father-son, looked like outdoor outfitter, small business team they were very curious about our bikes and our journey so far, and very supportive and very interested. And as they got into their cars, while we can continue to inhale our dinner, they said, "Good luck, Oregon." Oh, yeah, they were just real. That was nice. That was good. And you know, all the drivers besides that one yesterday were good, including that one. Thank you, sir. Thank you for not honking at me and getting real close to me. The lesson of the trail is that there are more good people than people making bad decisions. A lot more. It's just those that are making the bad choices are louder or obnoxious, stick with you longer. So try to continue to cultivate the practice of not dwelling on those bad experiences that you have, the few of them, but to dwell on the numerous good ones. That's all my thoughts. Back to climbing. In other news, back by popular demand, the mosquitoes have joined. Yesterday was so nice after that rain because it made all the flies and the mosquitoes go away. And we could just focus on pedaling efficiently up those hills. Oh, it was so peaceful. But biking, while being like crawled on by and swarmed around by tons of flies and mosquitoes, it's a whole new ball game when it comes to biking. Anyway, just thought you should know what the situation is on this fine, sunny, smooth road morning. Let's stay positive. Okay, yeah, this is what it looks like. It's like, that little bzzz, constantly. Blah. Yeah, they are a challenge. It's like really hard to stay focused on the positive when you're being feasted upon. Oh, trail, you continue to provide opportunities of growth, self-growth. Separated. I pedaled to the end of the road and looked left and right. Semis were passing and no Aaron. I looked at my cell phone and I had reception, which is like awesome. So I called him and apparently he had reception wherever he is. So we got to talk a little bit. And I was like, where are you? He's like, I'm out here. He said he did not go all the way down to the road to the dead end. So he said, go backwards. Oh, I think I see tire marks in front of me, so this is good. I'm not entirely sure I'm going the right road and I still don't see him. And he said he wasn't going to backtrack to the intersection at Butthead. So I'm pedaling along assuming I will see him again. Kind of scary. Where is he? This is the update. I will check in later, hopefully. I see all the way down this road and I do not see him at all. This better be the right way. I think I see tire marks, bike tire marks, but oh god. Okay, stay calm. Okay, the photo you sent me is not helpful because I don't understand maps and geospatial. So,
you're going the right way now.
Are you sure I'm going the right way? How do you sure? Will you just kind of wait till I catch up to you?
All right, hurry up.
Okay. That is what I'm working with. Okay. Faith and trust. Okay, so now I'm at another road. Do I go left or right?
Right.
Okay, keep waiting for me.
That's all I fucking ever do.
And I appreciate it very much. Bye.
Now might be a good time to share the navigation plan we had up until this point for the ride. Simply put, Aaron had all the navigation. He had the Garmin Bike GPS unit. He had the Adventure Cycling Association paper maps. He had routes downloaded onto both his Ride with GPS and the ACA app. He was my Eagle Scout looking out. My navigation has always been for years, and was up until this point of this particular day of the ride, to follow Aaron's bike tire. The problem is, Aaron and his tires are often way faster than mine. Partly because I'm back there filming birds and horses and flowers, and partly because, matched together, I am a slower rider than he is. And so, as part of the navigation plan, the deal was that Aaron would always wait and check that I made a turn if he was way ahead of me. On this particular day, he said it seemed that I had looked his direction when he made this turn, but as you can see from the playback from Strava from that day, indeed I did not see his turn to the right here, and instead was clearly having deep and meaningful soul conversations with the geese and wild horses, and then commenced to pedal my way to a busy highway, and then found myself, much to my horror, with no Aaron or Rowdy in sight. A very uncomfortable feeling indeed for a mapless, navigationless, geospatially challenged, suddenly solo rider like myself. It was a pretty scary moment on trail for me, and luckily we both had cell reception, and so, with some back and forth, I was able to navigate my way back to his bike tire. Although, in the process, it was made clear that my Eagle Scout was none too happy about looking out for me.
Will you just kind of wait till I catch up to you?
Alright, hurry up.
And furthermore, it was clear he was tired of being held back by me and my pace. A pretty devastating blow to me after my growing and hard-earned self-confidence from making it through the previous 34 days on trail. I had been reveling in the journey so far, eager to share each moment, each win, each hardship, but it seemed like it had all come to a head on this day, and true feelings were shared that would echo with each pedal stroke going forward for me. It's all I ever do. It's all I ever do.
Okay, keep waiting for me.
That's all I fucking ever do.
Okay, I need to oil my chain. Making sounds. I could probably use air in my tire. Can you hold this while I oil it? Please? Did not enjoy that very much. That was scary. I don't know what we would have done if I didn't have, what would we should roll through that if that happens again. What should I do? Just wait there? Turn around? Isn't there like something about don't move around if you get lost? Do you have any advice for the next time that happens and you don't have
Pay
self?
attention.
I mean, I was. I think you're going to make sure that I make the turn before moving on. So yeah.
I don't want to make
Oh, dear.
an 8-hour, 50-mile day.
Why is it doing that?
Because
It needs to shift, doesn't it? Is that the problem?
I don't fucking know.
I'll pedal it for a second. then I need to know the directions, have the map, I guess. If you want to get there before me at this point in the ride and not ride together. There's a saying: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Can you hold this?
Neither of those are true.
We just need to discuss goals and objectives. If you're over the pace that I can do, it's going to get snappy. Are you shifting my gears while holding it? This is the worst. I'm just going to call that oiled. I mean, can I carry the map then with me? The hard map? Not that I mean, at least I'll have something to go by. Right? Okay. I'm gonna steal the hard map then. Alright, yeah. Okay. Because I probably would have just waited there for you if I hadn't had the cell reception. And I'm not sure you would have ever found me because it was past the turn point.
Yeah, you don't want to pay attention to the road sign.
The road sign?
It said 33.
I'm paying attention to your tire. I don't know roads. I'm paying attention to you. I just want to know what to do in the future if that happens.
Oh, girl.
I probably just would have waited there and you never would have showed up because it's off the route. And then eventually I would have been like, flagged a car down and be like, yeah, we're riding. We got separated. I guess take me back to Kremling. And then I would just wait to hear from you. That's what I would have done. But now I have the map. So then I could look at the map. I like the turn-by-turn directions, sort of. It's kind of like, look for a brown house, turn right there, but it's better than nothing. I just want to know what to do in the future. That was scary. I'm glad the phone's worked. Anyway, how you doing?
Fine.
I'm sorry. Slow it down. I'm not really that sorry. It's just who I am. I'm sorry you don't realize that yet. Maybe more air in my tire would help.
How low is it?
I think it's low. It's been a while. Do you want to tag team that with me?
No.
Okay.
How low is it?
I mean, it's low. When I'm on it, it seems pretty. And I know it's been a while. Like, you say, you got to do it. all the elevation changes. I'm sure it needs it, and I bet that would make me a little faster. Reflections of a relationship on trail. I alluded to this in one of the last few training ride videos, but that this trail was not only going to be a great test of self, but also of the relationship. And that's 35 days in, and that scenario back there, just, it is true. All relationships take work. I have been endlessly fascinated by long-term relationships all my life. Ever since being a kid, not seeing my parents or any of my friends' parents' relationships last just about. Yeah, but the struggles we have in real life, we have on trail. Him having to deal with me being slow in many things, largely due to my processing time needs. Me having to deal with him being largely not communicative. But that's just it. Relationships are, I think, acceptance of who each other is. But it's work. Pedaling 2 miles after that scenario, waiting for you is all I ever fucking do, echoing in my head with each pedal stroke. You know, you wonder as a person if you should just release them. Oh, I'm getting teared up. Yeah, thoughts I have are about after the trail, just let them go then. I know I hold people back because I'm slower. It's just so nice to have an adventure partner, you know. Christopher McCandless said, you know, true happiness is only real when shared. The idea of being that solo vagabond adventurer is just not how humans are meant to be, but I don't know. I could build a deeper community and not have a partner per se. Yeah, just reflections of a 41-year-old female biking her ass through this GDMBR. It cracks you open, makes you reflect. How should your life be afterwards? Well, no, I just don't know if we're meant to be in dedicated partnerships. Maybe like in and out, tried to develop that, him and I. He's lived away from me while I took care of Mom, did his thing. I do work that keeps me away from him for a week to 3 at times, so he can have full autonomy, as can I, and then come back together. Maybe we just need bigger arcs like that. I don't know. Be curious to see how I feel when I watch this and listen to this video later. But for now, we pedal on. No doubt he's up there having thoughts, I think. Okay. Looks like someone is interviewing Aaron as he pedals up the hill. That's probably the most attention he's gotten. Dog packing. A lot of people are very curious. I have a phone call from healthcare. Probably has to do with Mom. Definitely have service out here. Just spoke to a guy who pulled his car over and chatted with us for a bit. It's like the exact polar opposite of the guy who honked at us and tried to hit us with his truck yesterday. So there you go. This guy, he's telling us he lives up here 11 years ago. He moved up here. It's kind of like us, very minimalist. Built a cabin, all off grid. Lives up here year round. Oh, and by the way, go ahead, help yourself to the cooler at my property there on the left. There's not much in there, but some snacks and drinks. Yeah, so there you go. Take that, meanie head truck person. It's interesting how what makes a person helpful or hurtful. Yeah, the psychology behind that, but there are more good than bad. Just gotta be open to it. I think we're looking ahead at Ute Pass. Ute Pass, let's get this. I'm coming for you, Ute Pass, Indiana Pass. I have a whole playlist for climbing hills. Never underestimate the power of a Snickers bar and some Whitney Houston, man.
been a long day, full of some highs and some serious lows. Standing at the top of Ute Pass, I looked behind me at the valley we had just come from, and thought about what had happened back there between us on that hot, desolate stretch of gravel, of what was said, and maybe what still wasn't said. Then, looking forward to the next valley before us, I climbed back on my bike and descended into Frisco, Colorado, trying, as always, mightily to keep up with Aaron's bike tire.
You wear me down. My actions will be forgiven. When we first met, a simple text.
Did you like that one, Ratty Roo? Was that one fun? Did it go too fast and I couldn't sniff all the sniffs? He's like, let's go. Let's go. You pass, man. Let's do that again.
You wear me down. My actions won't be forgiven. When we first met, a simple text.
p.m. Whoa, we're gonna be in the Ramada, really fancy.
days in a row. What luxury! Also, Aaron and I play this game where we roll in to the hotel room. Whoever gets naked first gets the first shower. I won.
It's finally happened. We couldn't escape it. We knew it wasn't going to happen. This is happening right now. The peanut butter mud section. Enter peanut butter mud. How's your peanut butter mud situation? Looks better than mine.
Wow, day 35 really was a long one, wasn't it? Full of lots of highs and lows, and the trail definitely delivered on its many opportunities for reflection and self-growth. I don't know about you, but personally, I think I definitely deserved the first shower after that day on trail. If you've been following along and enjoying the GDMBR adventure, I'm so glad you're enjoying it as much as I've been putting it all together. This trip was a life-changing experience and something I strongly believe in sharing with others. I do take a lot of time and care in putting these videos together, and as such, editing the videos has taken a lot longer than I had originally anticipated. Having originally planned for a timeline completion of this series by end of winter 2025. Clearly, that is not going to happen, as we're presently on the verge of summer of 2025, and more importantly, on the precipice of my next big long-distance bikepacking adventure, starting in about a month. Therefore, dearest trail friends, this will be my last video of the GDMBR adventure until next fall 2025, when I will be able to sit back down again and put together episode 14 of this series and tell the full tale of that peanut butter mud scene. My trail friends, there is so much more left to this adventure. In the next chapter, we'll pedal on down the trail from Frisco, Colorado, through Breckenridge, up and over Boreas Pass, and end up in my favorite town of the entire trip, Salida, Colorado, to wrap up day 38 of our 56 total days bikepacking the Great Divide. You don't want to miss part 2 of this incredible series releasing in the fall of 2025. Be sure to hit that notification bell when new videos are released, because we're continuing down the trail, hitting the highest peak of the entire trip on Ute Pass, and we'll enter into the hardest state of the entire trip, New Mexico. Where, spoiler alert, bike parts begin breaking and falling off and imploding in glorious fashion. And, well, this happens. Ending our grand adventure 100 miles to the finish line.
Yeah.
That ain't right. You can hear like spoke nipples rattling around. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, that's not an optimal wheel for the Divide.
Okay, thank you for that diagnosis.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yes.
And all your help.
Okay, no problem.
Are you still here? What are you still doing here? Oh, are you curious what bikepacking adventure I'm doing next? Well, I have entered the Tour Divide. I hope to continue my own personal growth journey out there, to see if I can become a stronger rider on trail and a stronger person in life. And what better arena to hone those skills than the Tour Divide? It's all about being self-supported, testing your mental and physical limits, and hopefully coming out the other end forever a changed person. And I do hope to reach the finish line this year. I'll navigate on my own, I'll set up the tent on my own, I'll scout the next lodging stays and food resupplies on my own. I'll pack all my own bags, including the big kahuna that Aaron helped me with every morning on the trip last year. Basically, I'm hoping to become faster, more efficient, and if I'm never able to keep up with Aaron, well, at least I'll come out the other end somehow forever changed as a person, and I'll continue to ride on through this crazy journey called life. Maybe I can make peace with myself and who I am as a person. We all have our reasons for being out there. But for now, Aaron and I are on separate paths, working on our own stuff, and I hope we come back together as a couple, again, down the trail of life. For now, though, we're separate but supportive of one another as we journey along the alternate life paths that we find ourselves on. This isn't new territory for us. We've been on separate life paths before. He did a veterans bike ride across America tour for a summer, and then I spent a couple of years in a caregiving role as for my mother. And of course, now I'm taking on the Tour Divide solo. But I'm hoping in the end we come back together down the road, stronger and better together. However, I do know I'll be okay if that doesn't happen. And I don't know, maybe that's what I'm looking for out there on the Tour Divide. A sense of radical self-reliance and self-love. Being okay on my own. If you want to follow the Tour Divide journey this summer, stay tuned for YouTube shorts here and also at Instagram, where I will be posting my progress this summer. And if you're inclined, please like and comment enthusiastically. I'll seriously need all of your support and encouragement, and will read your comments over and over again to pull me along. And as always, thanks for hopping on board and adventuring with Affinity Forest by watching this and other episodes of the GDMBR adventure. Again, it's been a really wonderful experience reliving it with all of you. And if you're liking this content, yay! My mission is simple. It's to inspire stewardship of our planet, our communities, and ourselves through adventure. If you want to help keep the wheels moving forward and seeing more content like this from me more often and with a faster turnover time, consider officially hopping on board with Affinity Forest team at Patreon, where you will get early private access releases to these videos, along with the ability to connect and chat with us. I've also got a ton of other activities up my sleeve for the Patreon family. I'm currently kicking around the idea of a no-drop group Zwift ride and adventure book club Discord chat for next winter. Basically, I'm building a bike community and I'd love to meet you. More information to join Patreon is at the link here, or you can click on the link in the description box below after watching this video. I'd love to connect. But if you don't have the ability to join Patreon, no problem. Your presence here means the world to me. And I look forward to reading all of your comments and interacting while we continue the adventure together. You can always help keep the wheels moving forward by liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting that notification bell. And if you know someone who might like this, please share. Happy trails, friends. And until next time, remember, life's a journey. So ride on.
Farewell, bye-bye. Let's have a toast for those lost old eyes.